Hi everybody, Crazy Nico here, back again in year 2020. Wow, 2019 kinda sucks. But, far be it from that, I'm here to talk about something different that, I haven't done yet, and I figured, as I'm trying to settle into 2020, I thought I'd tell you guys a little bit of a story about me, a story about a journey to better things, hopefully. Back when I was 24, over a decade ago, I moved to the Midwest. I hadn't ever been to the Midwest. I moved because of a guy who would later become my husband. Now, it might seem weird to some of you, but up to that point, I had never played an MMORPG at all. I had seen my boyfriend at the time, who later became my husband, playing WoW. I knew very little about WoW, and I was interested, so one day when he was either going to the store or going to get me something to eat from a fast food place, he let me create a quick character and then try out the game. I got to level 5 and I died. Because I was new, I didn't realize that dying wasn't the end. I had played platformers, I had played other RPGs, but I never played an MMO. So I didn't know what that meant. I was distraught, and he came home to find me almost in tears, because I just didn't know what to do. The screen had changed, I was in a graveyard, and I was like, what do I do now? But that's what got me started into playing WoW, and I played WoW for a good long time. But there were things with WoW that I didn't really like. I mean, I've had fun playing the game. I mained the Paladin till level 82, I think, and it just started getting repetitive. Couldn't really change my class without creating a whole new character, which I did a few times actually, just try something different, and I started losing interest. It felt like it was more trouble than it was worth, and I just stopped playing. I just didn't pick up, I just didn't log in. After a while, we heard that Fantas14, which we had known of at the time, had gotten a whole new revamp to what we now call Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn. It sounded interesting, so he and I both got the bundle from A Realm Reborn to Heaven's World, which was on sale on Steam, and we began playing. For some reason, it was just different. I loved what I was doing. I didn't feel like a job. It didn't feel like I had to play. It was something that I had never experienced before. Why is it that I'm talking about this now, not years ago? Because I took a hiatus for almost a year just because things got busy and I just didn't find the time to do much of anything. I was dealing with health issues, just being tired, and nothing was really holding my interest, which is why I stopped making Final Fantasy 8 videos, which I do want to get back into, but I think I'm going to do something a little bit different for a while. Got a couple ideas, Dragon Quest 11, Nino Tuniku, I could do Ori, I could do Final Fantasy 15, or maybe but what I think what I'm going to do now is going to do a couple of Final Fantasy videos for 14. What does that mean? What does that entail? I'm going to go over the main cities, because there are main cities, just like in WoW, and the differences. And what I'm going to talk to you about right now, though, is what is different between WoW and 14. If you're thinking about starting a new MMO, you know what the MMO is going to be about. Now, WoW is good if you're just into killing things and a lot of fetch quests. And that's okay, it's for me. But me, personally, I care about a story. And if you've ever played a Final Fantasy game, there's a story. It doesn't matter if it's an MMO or not, there is going to be a story. And Final Fantasy 14's story is different. It's long, it's always ongoing. Some people don't like some of the expansions. A lot of people didn't like Stormblood. And in my opinion, you kind of have to play through that, because if you don't, it would be like picking up a book near the end and reading it from there, missing all the really important stuff that happened. So it's different. First off, you're not stuck playing just one class. You do have to pick a starting class. Say you decide to be a Thaumaturge, which I'm gonna call it Thaumaturge from now on because it's really hard for me to say. Basically, you're using ice and fire magic, and I think you get stone later on, or wind. But let's say you get to level 20, and you're just kind of sick, you want to do something else. You can do that. And you're wondering, well, is there a drawback to doing that? No, not really. Any new class you start is going to start at level 1, as we expected. But let's say you try a melee character, a gladiator, for example. And you play that for a while, and you want to go back to Tharm. If you stop playing your Tharm at level 20, when you go back to it, it's still going to be level 20. Any class you decide to play, you don't lose any of that experience that you built up. When you're doing quests, what you are at that point, if you're a Tharm, a gladiator, or a different character, you don't lose the experience you gained as that character. The experience goes to what you are at that minute. If you kill a Ocha, for example, if you're playing a Tharm at that point, that experience is going to go to the Tharm. If you're playing a gladiator at that point, that experience is going to go to your gladiator. So, is there a drawback to that? I guess it depends on what you think a drawback is. So, how do you level up your character if you're doing story quests, which are different from regular quests, and you want to level up something specific, but it's a lower level than what you are? Well, the world is kind of set into what area is the best for you. But what does that mean? Well, each area has a level cap. Some places are level 15, other places are level 5. So, you're going to want to play in places close to your level. You can still do quests. There are main story quests, which have a different icon than regular story quests. Main story quests look kind of like a flame. Their quest icon looks like a flame. It's a little flame icon with an exclamation point in the center. Side quests are a little different. They are still an exclamation point in a little gold, I'm going to call it a triangle because that's what it looks like. And they give you experience too, but they're basically there for the experience. They will also sometimes give you gear, which gear is a different story in itself, but I will touch on that later because it's a little involved. But basically, you can do anything you want in this game. It's not locked into one thing. Even the professions like crafting. crafting, you can do anything. You can be a goldsmith, you can be a miner. There are basically two kinds of professional quests. There's gathering quests, and there's crafting quests. There are three types of gathering jobs. There's your botany. There is the that's where you go and you start to cut down trees and you plant plants. There is your leather walking, which is you need to get scraps of hide from animals. And there's mining. Mining is where you just collect ore. That's all you do. You just collect ore. I don't remember what the third one is called. I know it has to do with leather walking now. So what's are these used for? Well, botany goes really well with carpentry. Leather walking, you make leather armor. Blacksmithing, mining is very good to go with blacksmithing or goldsmithing to make attachments. And there are things that you will, if you've ever played any other Final Fantasy games, you will pick up on things. For example, there's the gold saucer from Final Fantasy VII, which is all about games. There's there's card games in there that are triple triad. And now I know 11 you and when you played Final Fantasy VII, it's like, well, didn't they have Tentamaster in there? Yes, they did. Personally, I didn't like Tentamaster. I did not understand Final Fantasy IX. I played till level 11. I didn't even get that far. It was hard to understand. Triple Triad is played just like it was in 8. You get 5 cards. You have arrows on the cards, and your cards do battle. And there's even the same kind of rules, random plus elemental. And there's certain people who you can play at sometimes day, sometimes they're not playing at night, but during the daytime they're able to play. Some of them are all the time, some of them aren't. And there's even a kind of quest you can do in the Gold Saucer with the Joker and the King of Cards and the Queen of Cards. And you want to be careful because their decks are really, really powerful. And you can get cards, you can buy cards, you can also win cards from certain enemies or from other people around the world who play cards. You will find NPCs who have a square icon which will have an exclamation point, or a rectangle, I guess. And that means that they can play a card game with them. They may have a rare card you don't know. You will not know what the other person has till you play them. And it's fun. It's a fun thing to do. So, the armor. You do level up like any other game. Level 1, level 2. Your armor, however, has its own level. And the dungeons, some of them are locked out at some item level. If you're not that item level, or if something you have isn't up to, say, 200, you can't go in that dungeon. It will literally be locked out from you. So what do? You can go buy more armor, or if you're a leather smith or a blacksmith, you can make your own armor if you're high enough skill level in that. And it does take work. It takes time to do that, but eventually you'll be able to make multiple of the same type of thing. Just like you would be in WoW, and you can sell that and make money. I have over 800,000 gil on my main character right now. So you're probably wondering, okay, well, are there guilds? Yes, there are. They are called free companies. They are just like any other guild anywhere else. When people play, there's raids. They run people through dungeons who need it. And the community in Final Fantasy 14 is just amazing. you're almost always going to find help if you need it. Now, there are bad apples, there are in every game, but it's not as toxic as some places are. One of the main reasons I left WoW was because the community felt toxic. I literally started to fear going in dungeons with anybody I didn't know because I felt they were going to kick me or they were going to leave me behind for no good reason. And I started to fear pickup groups. Literally, I started to feel that because they stopped me from going into dungeons. It's another main reason I stopped playing WoW. I wasn't enjoying myself because I did not want to do anything with anybody else who I didn't know personally. He wasn't in my guild, he wasn't a friend I knew personally, and it just felt like I wasn't doing anything because I couldn't go into those dungeons. I hated pickup groups. I found a couple nice things, but I think the main one that stopped me from doing it was a group of paladins, me included. And one thing that happens a lot in WoW is the tank will get his quest or whatever done, and he'll leave. At the time, I was a ret pally. Now, I don't know how much WoW anybody plays, but if you know your types in WoW, you know ret pally is not good for tanking. I wasn't stacked, I never did it before. I was strictly DPS. I was spec'd for DPS. My armor was spec'd for DPS. Then they started to beg. Oh, come on, you're a paladin, you can do it. I was like, dude, I don't even have shield. I'm a ret pally, I am spec'd for DPS. Like, but you're the only paladin here, you do it. So, me, because I'm nice, I did it. And we wiped, and guess who got blamed for it? Yeah, yours truly. And that was the biggest thing that stopped me from playing. I didn't want to go into any of the dungeons because of that. And, you know, people start blaming the tank. Okay, if your tank leaves, it's on them. If he's wiped. At that point, you should just cancel the dungeon. Because you're not going to win without a tank. And if the tank decides to join you in mid-mission, you're going to fail. Because I'm not going to tank for you. I don't never respect the tank. I don't enjoy tanking. I enjoy doing DPS. I want the tank to grab aggro so I can go up there, smack the monster around a few times, and back off and wait for my chance again. That's what tanks are supposed to do. Hold aggro. Well, if they leave, they can't hold aggro now, can they? I'm sounding vindictive, I'm really not. It's just the reasons I left. That and just I wasn't having fun anymore. If you're not having fun playing a game, then you shouldn't be playing the game. One thing that Final Fantasy does is it holds my interest. You have your fetch quest, sure, you have your fetch quest, you have your go kill this many of things quest. But there's still story there. Behind each big story quest you do, there is story going on. And if you watch the cutscenes, if you read the dialogue, there are even voice acted segments. If you read the dialogue, if you watch the cutscenes, you will get the story. There was a part where I literally cried. I blubbered like a baby because of something very, very sad that happened. Has WoW ever made you cry? I can't recall a time when WoW made me cry. It made me laugh a couple times. Like the big thing that calls you daddy, or the baby Morlocks, which were so cute. But it never made me cry. When a game makes you cry, that means that you're so invested in the game that you forgot you were actually playing a game. So, bad parts. Are there bad parts? Sure. Sometimes you can't get to places you want to get to because there's just no way up there. Some of the logs, like the sightseeing log, are all about clues, and you may not be able to understand the clues or do what the clues are asking you to do. I don't really do my sightseeing log, but there are other logs. There's the hunting log, which, if you're looking just to level, that's a great one to do. There's grand companies, which I'll get to in my cities video, because they're different. And yeah, if you're going into a game that you don't know anybody, don't worry that you don't know anybody. A lot of people will help you. You can always find an FC in things. Choose a server that's in your area. You will always get recommendations. Some servers have a star beside them. You'll notice that means you're gonna get bonus stuff if you are able to get in that server. Some servers have a really, really high traffic rate, and it's gonna be impossible almost to get into those servers, even at late night. Balmog is a very well-known one that's always full. But that doesn't mean you have to go in that one. Even the servers with low traffic are going to have plenty of people. So, if you want to know about classes, I will go through those if you guys want me to. I'll probably go through a little bit of them in my cities video, because cities are different. It really matters what you decide to do when you're going to start. So, that's important to know. But yeah, I just, I want to put out there, now a little bit more serious thing. I was going to do this in a separate video, but I'll just do it now. For a while, I've been wanting to talk about my illnesses, what I have, why some days I might sound like I'm really sad or really happy. Back in 2010, I caught a cold, and I thought I got over it, but I had this cough. Just wouldn't go away. So, we thought, okay, well, it'll go away eventually. My husband told me that I was waking up at night coughing, sitting up, and I was just so tired and exhausted that I was fall asleep without even realizing I had sat up to cough. He would have to wake me up to tell me to lay back down. I was falling asleep one day, and there was no reason I should have been falling asleep. I wasn't trying to fall asleep. I wasn't doing anything that would cause me to be tired. I just would drift off. And it was when you're thinking, well, everybody does that. Not like that. They don't. Old people do sometimes, but not a 20-something-year-old girl. So one night when I was sitting on the couch, I had my feet propped up, and my mother noticed that my right leg was starting to swell. Now that's a scary thing, but it wasn't causing me any distress, so she's like, well, keep an eye on it, go into the doctor tomorrow, see if they can do anything about it. So that's what I did. They were like, well, we don't know what's causing it, keep an eye on it, if anything new happens, call us. Okay, so eating down that night, I had both legs propped up this time, and now the other leg had started to swell too. Called the doctor, they're like, don't even wait, get over to the emergency room. So we went to the hospital. They brought me in back and put me in a room, did all those blood tests, took me up to an IV, yada yada. Later they came in, they asked me how I felt, and I said, I feel fine. I wouldn't know my leg was swelling. They kind of looked at each other, and they looked at me and like, you're not feeling distressed at all? No, I feel good, I said. And like, well, according to your lab, you should be in a coma. I don't know how anybody cannot go, wait, what? And they're like, well, according to your lab, you should be in a coma. Like, well, what do you mean? They're like, well, your oxygen is at 50%. Now, if anybody knows, 50% is extremely low. A normal oxygen saturation is 96 to 98. Like, we don't understand how you're even awake right now. Okay, well, that's worrying. So they transported me to a big old hospital. Got died in the ambulance, and that was kind of interesting. Once I was in there, they started hooking up some machines. I was in the hospital for almost 6 weeks. 4 of those weeks I was in the ICU, and 2 of those weeks I was on a ventilator. I have myotonic muscular dystrophy. 350 term for my bones in my hands, my legs, and my joints are stiff when I wake up, and just when I even when I get moving, it's sometimes hard to move. Bones tend to lock. Bones tend to not want to move the way I want them to. It affects my typing. Actually, people ask me, "Are you okay? Are you having a heart attack? Are you drunk?" Because it affects my typing so bad. No, I'm not any of those things. I am fine. I just have myotonic muscular dystrophy. I also have idiopathic scoliosis, which means that they're not sure why, but my back curls. To give you guys an idea of what I mean when I say it curves, it looks sort of like an upside down S that's backwards. The top bones in my neck are fused, and it is painful, but because I am so short and I have that, it actually works against my lungs to compress them, and the bottom third of my lungs are no longer viable, and they don't work anymore. They're literally just there. They don't, like, because when I was in the hospital for those 6 weeks, that plus my MD just ran around across my body, and I ended up getting pneumonia for the second time in my life. And it's just all sad, and it sounds like I'm complaining. I'm not. It's just how it is. So, to go along with my myotonic muscular dystrophy, or MMD type 1, if you ever want to look it up, and my scoliosis, I have breathing problems. I'm on a air tank 24 hours a day, and I have to sleep with a BiPAP, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a little machine that pushes air into my lungs when I breathe in, and it keeps me breathing when I sleep, because my breathing gets very shallow when I sleep, apparently. My advice to anyone who thinks they might have muscular dystrophy in any forms, it comes in lots of different forms, is to get yourself checked out. If you think there's something wrong, something is, even if the doctors say, well, we can't find anything wrong, you know your body better than they do, and you're liable to get a second opinion. That is within your rights to do so. But don't just go to any doctor. If you want to know if you're having muscular dystrophy, see a muscular dystrophy doctor. There are those out there. The MDA is a non-profit association that deals with MD. Some have cures, some don't. Mine is one that does not have a cure. It has a treatment plan. I have to take most relaxers every day. Anyway, all seriousness aside, I know this was a long video. I hope it helped you guys some. I will be doing a Fantas14 video with pictures to explain to you guys about the cities, because I know it's a lot more fun to watch than just my cat girl's picture there. In this time of the coronavirus, I'm gonna use CV-19 from now on. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe. Wash your hands. Stay away from people who might be sick. And I hope that nobody who listens to this gets it. I would be a very, very sad person if you did. So stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you guys again. Bye!